Now, the women here, they don't know about you. They think that you're the daughter of a friend of mine. Her name's Pauline.
Well, they're in for a surprise, aren't they?
No, they're not. We're not going to tell them, huh?
But why not? What's wrong with their knowing? I thought you'd be pleased. Are you ashamed of me?
Of course not, and you know it. It's just that things are different here. I mean, well, I don't have time to explain now. Come on, just do as I say, huh?
What do you mean, different? Look, I don't understand.
You don't have to understand anything. Trust me, huh?
Henry, it's the only chance I've got. If I don't take it, I might as well forget about you, the interstate meet, and the Olympics. Is that what you want?
No, Michelle. But I'm not going to do anything really crooked. We'd be mad. I know you're innocent. It'll be proved in court.
Henry, you're dreaming. If you don't believe me, ask the guy from Legal Aid. It's almost certain I'm going to be locked up for at least 2 years.
Now, Tony, we just have to sign on before I take you through to see Parks.
Oh. All right, ladies, that's it. Quickly now. Showers and straight off to work.
Oh, Parks, before
Hurry up.
you go, just hold on.
Morning, Tony.
Morning. Come on, looks like somebody isn't fit.
Me? I'm as fit as a fiddle. Oh, it's puffed like this to make the women feel good. I take it you want to use the interview room, huh?
Yes, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course. Michelle, you better hurry up with that shower. Oh, look, I'm sorry. Don't you have the time?
No, look, I haven't really.
Don't worry, she's pretty quick.
Oh, Tony, look, I've got to tell Mrs. Davidson you're here, so I'll catch Michelle up and tell her to hurry. Look after him, please, Jim.
Yeah, right.
You can stop puffing now, the women are gone.
Henry Lawrence, Tony Morton. Tony's doing the legal aid work for Michelle.
How do you do? If you're pressed for time, Mr. Morton, I can talk to you about Michelle's case till she arrives.
Yes, all right, thank you.
Yeah, right, well, follow me.
Most of those can be carried out by the women in the laundry, I think, except for the second item. I want the showers cleaned thoroughly. They've been a disgrace lately.
Right, I'll get some extra women onto it.
Yes, Mrs. Powell can help you with that. There's something else that isn't on the list. I want Lizzie Birdsworth moved back to her old cell with B. Smith.
Why, she's causing trouble in maternity?
No, we need the space. There's another prisoner arriving, and Lizzie had the only bed available.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Davidson. Tony Morton from Legal Aid is here to see Michelle Parks.
Oh, good. Mr. Harrison, you might as well take her along to the interview as you go.
Right.
Well, she's in the shower at the moment. The women have just come back from their run.
Good, thank you.
Sit down, Meg. Thank you for last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thought you might.
I must admit I was a little worried about socializing with Terry Harrison after our conflict, but everything was fine.
You're certainly looking more confident now.
Yes, well, I'm going out to Mother's house again today.
Well, James will go with you, won't he?
Yes, he's picking me up later this morning.
Well, he'll organise everything.
Well, I'm not concerned about that. It's handling things like Mother's clothing and personal papers. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, I can't say I blame you. But you've got to do it, so you'll find a way.
I wish I had your confidence.
It's this unfinished business with her, isn't it? The childhood thing.
Yes, well, I'm not sure whether I'm afraid.
Come on. Erica Davidson afraid? Now, if the women out there heard that, they'd stomp all over you. You can't carry this guilt around with you forever.
I know, but it's too late now, isn't it?
Come on. You can do better than that. I'm not talking to a Doreen Burns now. I'd expect her to have difficulty, but not you. You're much better equipped.
I wonder.
She's a champion, Mr. Morton. The name Michelle Parks could well be inscribed on an Olympic gold medal. You wait and see.
Yes, well, right now her name is inscribed on a charge sheet. That's all that interests me.
You don't care about her future.
My job is to present the facts of the case. The court will decide her future.
You mean they won't take her character into account?
Look, what the court will take into account, Mr. Lawrence, is a sum of $8,000 missing from a safe, plus a set of very obvious fingerprints, which just happen to be identical to those of your super athlete. Now, just how do you see her character influencing that little bundle of evidence?
Well, we have evidence of our own.
Such as?
There's a witness.
Name? Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Sit down, please, Miss Parks. Now, name?
Well, I'm not sure.
So, we have a witness who's a key to the case. We don't know her name, where she lives or even how to find her.
She's in the park.
Oh, that's lovely. Perhaps we could take the court down to the park and just wait around and see if she turns up.
Well, Michelle's not going to find her, is she? She can't leave here.
Why can't you?
Miss Parks, I simply haven't got the time to sit around an athletics track all day waiting to interview an old lady. You have to be more specific.
But she can't be.
Then she'll go down.
Potential Olympic gold medal or not.
Look, you don't seem to realise. The police have established fingerprints. They seem to believe they can pin a motive on Michelle, and all we can come up with is a flimsy story about an old lady in a park you can't even produce. Now, I'm sorry, unless we can come up with something more substantial than that, we're in trouble. I want to help you, but I can only do so much. If something else turns up, let me know, OK?
We've got to find her, Henry. Or someone who'll pretend to be her.
Time's up. Leave it to me. I'll do all I can. I'll find it for you.
Why does everything have to be so secretive, Jude?
Because in here the walls have ears, believe me.
Couldn't we just be honest? I mean, we're all in here together.
Will you trust me, please?
Well, don't we get an introduction, Jude?
Oh, sorry, Bea. This is Laurie Young. She's the daughter of that friend of mine, you know, Pauline, the one I stayed with when I escaped the first time.
Well, in here we believe in live and let live. And as long as everyone lives by the same rules, things run smoothly. Don't they, Jude?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, then you can learn, can't you? Like, for instance, no special favours from the governor for any particular prisoner, because that makes the rest of us edgy. When that happens, things tend to get nasty. Now, do you understand?
What's going on in here? Well, Smith?
Work, what else?
There's something else going on, if you ask me.
We didn't.
What was that, Burns?
Never said a thing, Miss Bennett.
What are you doing, Young?
Folding?
There's not enough work there to keep you busy. You can give Burns a hand.
Why me, Miss Bennett?
Because I said so. Now do as you're told. And show Young how to operate the machines.
Well, you heard the lady. Why don't you come over here and see how things work?
It shouldn't take long to get everything settled.
What?
Well, the house, I was just saying.
Oh, yes, of course.
Ready-made sale, I should think, as soon as we put it on the market.
Do you think we ought to?
With prices the way they are, it's silly not to.
Well, I don't think we should.
Not having second thoughts again. Look, Erica, we've been through this. What are we going to do with it?
I don't know. It's just that... Well, it's part of the family, that's all.
What family?
I think it should be kept.
Erica, the family have all gone. What are we going to do with an empty house?
I don't know.
Well, are you going to live there?
No.
I'm certainly not. Never liked the place. So we've really no option, have we?
I suppose not. But I'm still not happy about it.
You will be in time, I promise you.
Now you can fill the machine with sheets.
There you go.
Is that all you're going to put in?
Won't overload?
Oh, come off it. There's a ton of room in there. I could fit you in there if I wanted to. Come on. Oh, that'll do. Now, come on. Have you never done washing before? What about soap? Aren't you going to use any?
Is this the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
What are these, Gwen?
The personal papers, old letters, correspondence, you know, that sort of thing.
And where are the legal stuff, then?
Well, I'm not sure, but I should imagine it's in here. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Well, aren't you going to get into it?
They're personal papers, James.
Erica, whether you like it or not, Mother is dead. They're no longer hers, they're ours. And we're both executors of the estate. There's no one else who can do it. So you better go through them.
What do you mean, oh, heck, Dora?
You've really done it now.
I'm warning you, boy. You leave her alone.
What have you got there, young?
I already asked.
None of your insolence, Smith. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Burns, you were supposed to be keeping an eye on her.
I'm not a screw, Miss Bennett. I'm not supposed to watch her.
I told you to show her what to do.
I did, but it's not my fault if she messes it up.
Well, what have you got to say for yourself?
I didn't know it was dye.
Didn't you read the bottles?
They're not
If you're
marked.
going to damage government property, you can stay in your cell. Now get out.
Oh, Miss
I
Bennett,
said out! Now get back to work. And I mean work. Now come with me.
Look, Miss Bennett, I wouldn't have been as silly as to do something like that.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong at all. In fact, it's rather beautiful.
Well, what's beautiful?
I've just discovered some letters between Mother and Father. This one was written in 1933, not long after they were married. Spring is here, and yet that time of the day I cannot be with you is like the loneliest hour in the dead of winter. Without you here to comfort me, it stretches into an eternity. My heart is forever reaching out, grasping for the strength your very presence provides for me. They loved each other, and yet I never knew.
Erica, how could we know?
We came between them, James. We crushed that love.
Well, that's that. How's it going? Erica?
I don't want to do any more, James. I want to go home.
Well, it has to be done sometime.
Well, I'd prefer not to do it now. This is all official business, and you're so much better than I am at it anyway.
Coming from a woman in your position, I find that a bit hard to believe.
Look, I don't want to do it now. You wind up her affairs and sell the house.
Beg your pardon?
I said sell the house. How many more times do you want to hear it?
Well, yes, of course. What made you change your mind?
Well, I hope you've calmed down enough to be presented to the welfare worker.
Welfare worker?
Yes, it's about your pre-sentence report. And I'd advise you to give her a far better excuse than those you gave me in the laundry. If you want the court to go easy on you, that is.
I'm not offering excuses. I told you. I didn't know it was dye.
This time, young, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
This time?
You're new. You may not know how things work here. But you might as well get it into your head that I'm not in the habit of granting special favors to anybody. And it doesn't matter who you're related to. Now get moving. Mrs. Morris, This is Laura Young.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. Won't you sit down? I have to make out a report for the judge. He needs to know a little bit more about you before he hands down a sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I've been through your files, and I must admit I'm a little puzzled. Why did you rob a jewellery store?
That's where the jewellery is, isn't it?
That sort of answer is hardly going to help. All right, then. Have it your way. Why do you think the judge should bother to go easy on you?
Maybe I don't want him to go easy on me.
You can't mean that.
Why not?
What will your parents think?
They don't know, do they?
They'll soon find out.
How?
I'll tell them.
Where do they live then?
Well, we can find that out too.
Don't see how. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, if that's the way you want it.
That's the way I want it.
You realise, of course, that by doing this, I have no choice but to report that you refuse to cooperate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. A long sentence it shall be.
Oh, I won't get that long.
Why not? You robbed a jewellery store. If the judge gets nothing from you and a bad report from me, what else has he got to go on? Come on, what sort of a stupid game do you think you're playing at?
Look, say whatever you like. Write down whatever you want to. I don't care.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's you.
Well, who are you expecting?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
That's all right. I think I understand. Now, what's wrong?
I think I'm going to get convicted.
Well, why? Your trial's yet to come, isn't it?
With no witnesses?
I thought you had someone.
Yeah, so did I.
Hey, come on now. I was told you had the makings of a champion. Isn't Henry trying to find someone for you?
Yeah, he tried. He went to the park, but he couldn't find her.
I know, little old lady. No Olympics, huh? Well, why don't I try and find her for you? It's worth a try, isn't it?
It's a bit too much to ask, isn't it?
Well, I don't see why. If you're innocent, you've got to have every chance to prove it, don't you?
Would you?
Yeah. Now, come on. What's the name of this park?
Laurie Cups, more time because of you. I'm going to want to talk to you, Doreen.
Why me? It's got nothing to do with me.
You set her up.
She should have had more sense.
Look, just leave her alone, will you?
Why should I? What's she to you?
She's a friend's daughter. I've offered her protection. And that's what she's going to get.
We all know what sort of protection some girls get.
All right, ladies, lunchtime.
Oh, goody, where are you taking us? I'm getting tired of those pizza parlours.
Oh, I'd love to, but I've got better things to do with my time. Which reminds me, you and Burns, you got someone else moving into your cell today.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
Would I lie to you?
Who is it?
Probably some old tart in the jungle juice.
Oh, I wouldn't say Burns was that bad.
Lizzie, is she coming back?
Straight after lunch.
There you are. I told you it was some old tart in the jungle juice.
Oh, that's a real good one, V.
This house must have some very fond memories for you, Gwen. It won't be an easy party. At least the Bradshaws are lovely people. You'll enjoy being with them.
Yes, I'm sure I will.
Same line, I take it.
It's the work I do best. Many don't like it, of course, particularly nursing in a private home. But I don't mind.
Well, good luck. Bye then, Gwen.
Goodbye, Mr. Moran. Don't look back, Mrs. Davidson. Just go.
It's been a wonderful house over the years.
More than a house. It's been a home.
Thank you, Gwen, for so much.
Go on. Off you go.
Yeah, it'd be good to have Lizzie back.
Yeah, should brighten up the old place a bit.
Yeah, I really missed her.
Well, maybe you won't complain about her snoring anymore. Oh, what's wrong with you? Lost $1 and found a cent?
Worse than that. Listen, would you mind if I talk to Be Alone Door? I won't be long.
Go on, love, see if you can find Lizzie.
Yeah, OK, Bea, I suppose I better get back to the cell. Make sure she doesn't pinch all the blankets.
OK, what's so important?
I know how things work around here. I know I have to be honest with you. But, hell.
Well, come on, spit it out.
I'm innocent, Bea. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. What do I have to do to prove it? I've even asked my coach to find a witness for me.
Well, what's wrong with that if it's the only hope you've got?
I don't mean the real one. That's the problem, he can't find her. So I asked him to pay somebody to lie for me.
Well, why not? No one out there gives a damn about you, so why not lie?
You mean you think I'm doing the right thing?
Look, kid, if it's good enough for the cops to set you up, then it's good enough for you to bend the rules a bit. Anyway, who cares? If you want any help, come and see me. We'll beat the mongrels together.
Thanks, Bea.
Oh, yes, the house.
Yes, you're selling it. I must admit I am surprised. I thought that'd be the last thing you'd do. Why?
Reality, Meg. I can't live in the past. Mother's gone, and James doesn't want the house, so I mustn't be selfish. That's all there is to it.
I see the governor's back in harness.
I hope so.
Good. Well, perhaps you can tell me something about this newcomer, Laura Young?
Not very much, only what Judy Bryant's told me.
Judy? Well, what's she got to do with it?
Well, it's apparently her daughter.
What?
Young didn't tell you?
No, she did not. In fact, she offered nothing. Well, she refused to cooperate.
Oh, did she? Well, we'll soon fix that.
Don't stand up, it's only me. Will you look what the cat's dragged in? Oh, lovely bloody welcome, I must say. How are you, old bugger?
Oh, how are you, love? Good day, Jude, love.
Hi, welcome back, Lizzie.
How was maternity, Lizzie? Oh, I had a ball. Hey, you didn't get pregnant, did you? It's catching, you know. Oh, got a lot of new faces around here since I was here. This is Michelle.
Pleased to meet you, Lizzie.
Good day, love. They're getting younger, aren't they, Bea? Who's that little one over there?
It's a new playmate for Judy. Mrs. Davidson booted me out to put her in.
Oh, where are the cards? I'm sick of playing old maid.
Right, mail. Cavelli? Here's one for you, Lizzie.
Oh, beauty! I hope it's from Sydney. Yes, it is.
Parks, hand-delivered by the looks of it. Stokes?
Well, will you look at this? Bea, come over here and have a gander. Look. Well, he looks in good shape. How is he? Fit as a fiddle. He's left the nursing home, you know. No, I didn't. Yeah, he's staying with his son, Gordon.
They're pretty kids, Lizzie.
Yeah.
They his grandchildren?
Yeah. Well, now let's... Oh, listen to this. I'm now back with my family. It's great to be with them, Elizabeth. Unfortunately, the appreciation doesn't cut both ways. Gordon's not happy, and I get the impression I'm a burden on the family. I feel I've lost my independence. Now I know how you feel.
I know what he means.
Yeah, well, you write back to him, Lizzie, and tell him we all send our love.
Oh, will do. Oh, isn't it awful when families don't get on? Oh, come on, Bea. I want to put this up by my bed. Okay, look.
Damn.
Bad news?
Not too good, no. It's from Henry. As yet, I haven't been able to reach my contact in the National Athletics Women's Branch.
What's so bad about that?
It's Henry's way of saying he hasn't been able to find a witness to back up my alibi.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much. If he thinks that much about you, you'll find somebody.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
You are just being foolish, Young. You have absolutely nothing to gain by not cooperating with Mrs. Morris. She is only trying to help you.
It's my decision, surely.
And it is the judge's decision as to what your sentence will be.
I still have the right to remain silent.
With the possibility of 2 years' imprisonment, all because you refused to speak up. It's a pretty costly silence.
Look, Mrs. Morris knows that you're Judy Bryant's daughter, if it makes any difference.
Not much.
What
can you possibly hope to gain by continuing this attitude? All right. We'll see what your mother has to say about it. Miss Bennett, would you bring Judy Bryant to my office, please?
Not another letter to the Ombudsman.
No, I'm just writing a letter to Sid about the house.
What about the house?
Well, I was talking to Mrs. Powell, and she reckons the mongrels who were living there have just about ruined it.
Well, that's not going to do Sid any good. You'll just upset him.
Oh, he'll be all right.
Well, maybe. But I still think you should be careful what you write.
Look, if Sid knows that his house is being knocked about, he might even come home. And then, if he comes home, well, I'd have a better chance of seeing him, wouldn't I?
Not good enough, girls. 3 seconds too slow for this time of the season. Off you go. You've got 4 more to do. Put something into it. Care to go for a run? I need somebody to pace them.
No, thanks. A bit fast for me.
Been watching long?
Not today, no. Although I have seen your girls run a few times before.
Have you? Where?
Oh, here or in the streets. I often take walks through the local parks, and sometimes I stop and watch them, like today. I love to see young people enjoying themselves.
I wish you could see my star pupil, Michelle Parks. You ever heard of her?
Can't say I know any of them by name. Although, just a minute. She's the one that's been breaking all those records lately.
That's her, Michelle Parks.
Oh, as a coach, you must be very proud of her.
Sure am. Henry Lawrence is my name.
Amelia Humber. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Lawrence. Oh, I've seen her all right, but only in the papers or on the telly. Although I haven't been watching telly lately. It's broken down, I'm afraid.
Gets a bit costly, doesn't it?
Too dear for me, unfortunately. The pension doesn't stretch very far these days, you know.
I can imagine it doesn't. It's a pity there's no way around the pension, isn't it?
How do you mean, Mr. Lawrence?
Henry.
Inside.
Judy, I've asked for you to be brought here because your daughter refuses to cooperate with Mrs. Morris.
Is that true, Laurie?
As you well know, if she does not cooperate, and as a result she also gets a bad pre-sentence report, it can only mean a very heavy sentence.
I see. Well, thank you for telling me, Mrs. Davidson. Come on, Laurie. I had you figured for a sensible kid.
Maybe. Things are different in here.
Well, I told you that. Honey, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Mrs. Morris is here to help you. Come on, Laurie, if you really want to please me, tell her. Tell her everything.
Come on, Jude. Things can't be as bad as that.
Hi, Lizzie.
Hey, what's all this about? You and the kid?
Why?
Well, I heard the others talking. I thought I'd rather hear it from you.
I wish I could tell you, Lizzie. But thanks for not listening to all those rumors. It's not what it appears, anyway.
Oh, that's what I thought myself. But I thought I'd better ask.
I'd like to tell you, honest. Just trust me. And as soon as I can talk about it, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah. Okay, love. I'll see you later, eh?
Isn't it time we stopped playing games?
It's not a game, Laurie.
What the hell's wrong with them knowing I'm your daughter anyway?
I just can't see the sense to it, Mum.
Honey, things are different here. Look, some things you have to keep secret. Things that are precious to you.
Well, she seems all right, though.
Lizzie is, but they're not all like her. Come on, love. I know it's hard for you, and I wish you'd never got yourself involved in this place. I'd much prefer to see you on visiting days.
If we don't get a move on soon, they're going to lose interest.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Come on, ladies, let's do some warm-up exercises.
Geez, B, do we have to?
Yep.
Oh, you gotta warm up, doggone. Everybody knows that.
Oh, it's all right for you to talk. You won't be doing any of it because you're too old.
Oh, yeah? Who says I'm too old?
Come on, Lizzie, you know you're not going to run.
Why not? I'm as fit as any of you lot. I can't run, can't I? Well, I'll show you.
Now, attention, please, ladies. I know you're going to be disappointed, but due to the fact the weather is the way it is outside, we won't be able to go out for our usual run.
Bloody ripper!
He was shut.
All right, settle down.
However, there's no reason why we can't go for a sprint in the corridors. What do you think, Mr. Fletcher?
Right.
You mean let them loose in the prison?
It's all right, Miss Bennett. I'll supervise the run myself. All right, then. If we're ready, I think we should get going.
Hang on. I haven't done my warm-up yet.
Blimey, Lizzie, you're not serious, are you?
Why not be? I can show some of these young whippersnappers how to keep fit. Come on, Mr. Fletcher, let's go.
I think you should take it easy, Lizzie.
Oh, I might be old, but I haven't croaked it yet. Come on, let's get cracking.
All right, then. Come on, then. Let's go. Go on, then, please.
Lizzie's taking her time.
Yeah, well, she can take her own pace. Come on. Let's get moving quickly.
Oh, God, just safe driving.
Right. Are we all here?
Oh, never again.
What are you all puffing for?
What kind of swifty did you pull?
Oh, be fair. You know me.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I do know you.
Right, ladies, come on, up to the showers.
Oh.
Yes, we know what they say in the classics. Life wasn't meant to be easy.
I'll never run again.
Could I have a few moments with Michelle, please, Jim? I'd like to give her a few specific exercises to concentrate on.
Yeah, sure, there's no rush to get you out of here.
Thanks, Mr. Fletcher.
I'll be back in a minute.
Thanks, Jim. I think I've found someone.
Really?
Yeah. I still don't like it.
Yeah, I know. But we've got no choice. So just get her down to the park tonight so Mr. Fletcher can find her.
How am I going to manage that?
Look, just get her down there. I know he's going to check the place again tonight.
I don't know. What complicate things?
Look, it's not a complication. He'd be an independent witness.
Yeah, suppose so.
So make sure she's got her story right. Remember, it's got to tally with the one I gave the cops. Otherwise, Fletcher's going to smell a rat.
Haven't put it to her yet, but I don't think you'll have any worries.
We're going to make it to the national titles after all.
Yes? Oh, hello. Henry, isn't it?
Yes. Amelia?
Correct. Won't you come in?
No, thank you. I'm a bit concerned about the rain.
All the more reason to come in. It's going to pour down any minute.
Thanks, I won't. I've got a few things to do this afternoon, but first of all, I thought I'd pop over and see you. I wanted to ask you a favour.
Sounds exciting.
Remember we were talking yesterday afternoon, I mentioned my top athlete, Michelle Parks.
Yes, I remember.
I'd like you to do something for her. She was mistakenly involved in a robbery. She's in jail. The thing is, she didn't do it. She was out running at the time.
Well, didn't she tell the police she was out running?
Oh, yes, of course. But only one person saw her.
Well, why not get him to?
Her.
Well, why not have her as a witness?
That's our problem. We can't locate her. Michelle doesn't know her name or where she lives. And Michelle is the only person who knows what she looks like.
And she's in jail.
That's right. The police are holding her on largely circumstantial evidence, and she is a future Olympic champion. I'm concerned that this could ruin her, unless we can find a witness.
I see. And that's where I come in.
That's where you come in. She is a champion, Amelia, and she didn't do it. All you'd have to do would be to say that you saw her running on the night in question, and I'd see that you were suitably rewarded for your trouble.
Oh, I wouldn't want anything.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you, but we are desperate, and we would like to do something for you. I think you said your TV was on the blink.
Yes, but I wouldn't.
I'm sure Michelle would like to give you a new TV personally.
That would be nice, but
No,
I
Amelia,
couldn't.
No arguments. No arguments. It would make Michelle very happy.
All right, then. When do you need me?
Tonight.
Tonight? So soon?
Yes, I'll pop back this afternoon and finalize the details. Is that all right?
Yes, all right.
What's the matter, you, hey? Come on, love, you're angry. What's wrong?
I've been in here a few days now. I'm just beginning to realize how things work.
Well, I've been in here longer than that, and I haven't worked it out.
Come off it, Mum. If you didn't know, you wouldn't survive.
Yeah. Well, it's not been so easy lately.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking how easy it was for Doreen to set me up like that. I won't be made to look like a fool.
Now, just a minute, forget it. I won't have you stirring up trouble.
It's already stirred up, and I'm the bunny.
Well, you're going to have to put it down to experience.
I don't know that I want to.
Well, you're going to have to. You haven't been here long enough.
She made me look like an idiot, Mum.
Well, that could have happened to anyone.
But it didn't happen to anyone. It happened to me.
Darling, Doreen is a practical joker. Just take it on the chin.
Why can't she take it on the chin?
Well, that's silly, and you know it. I mean, what would it achieve? She's got backup. Do you think for 1 second Bee's going to let you thump her? Oh, darling, come on. Let sleeping dogs lie. It's not worth it. Please? Laurie, you said yourself that I know how things work here, right? Well, I'm telling you that you will only lose. Promise, huh?
Henry Lawrence.
Michelle.
Hello, love. How's it all going?
Fine.
Any talk?
No, not really.
Jim Fletcher there?
Oh, yes, I'd love to do some more work, Henry.
I see. Well, listen to me. The old lady's agreed to go ahead with her part of the bargain. I've just come from there now, as a matter of fact. She'll be in the park tonight.
What, rain, hail, or shine?
There'll have to be. No choice. It's our last chance with court tomorrow. The trick is to get Jim Fletcher there if the weather's still bad. It's your end of the bargain. Okay?
Done. I'll start work on it straight away.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Henry.
He hasn't given you more work for tonight, has he?
You don't know Henry.
I thought you might take the rest of the day off. Tomorrow's your trial. You are aware of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's got your papers here for tomorrow. Just been going through them to make sure they're all right for the big event. You worried?
Sure, I'm worried. It's easy for you to say I'm going to get out of here tomorrow. If I find I come up with a witness, I might be in here forever.
Henry still hasn't found her, huh?
You're my only hope.
Well, I'll give it one last chance for you.
Would you?
Of course.
Thanks.
Well,
Well, if you're not going to say anything, you may as well clear out.
I want to know why you set me up with that die.
Oh, God, you're not still bleating about that, are you? It was a joke, Joyce.
Wasn't very funny.
I laughed.
I'm all right, Jack. That it?
Look, I don't know what you're whinging about. A lot worse things could have happened and they didn't. So I'd quit while you're ahead.
If you think I'm going to be the bunny for your practical jokes, you've got another thing coming, Doreen.
Oh, yeah? And just exactly what are you going to do about it?
Won't be another practical joke, that's for sure.
Well, there's no time like the present.
Oh, OK, now hold it.
She just barged in on me, Bea.
What's it about?
She's still on at me about that joke in the laundry.
Out.
Can't fight your own battles, eh? Got to get someone else in to do it for you.
Are you looking for trouble, kid? Well, I wouldn't hang around if I were you, because I might just give you a good biff across the ear. Kid's got guts.
She didn't impress me.
Looked like she was doing OK when I walked in.
Yeah, well, no snotty-nosed bitch is going to put one over on me.
Heavy rain has fallen all over the state. The highest reading was recorded at Olsen's Bridge with a fall of 78 points. Light flooding is expected in the east of the state and in the upper reaches of the Gibson River. Motorists intending to travel along the Pacific Highway should take extreme care or check first with police.
Oh, only mad dogs and Englishmen go out on a night like this.
In sight until early morning.
Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? Because we aren't going anywhere.
Cancel the meeting until a full inspection has been made of the
No,
track
no, there's
tomorrow
anybody
morning.
else.
Should the meeting go ahead, it looks...
I want you to keep that young piece of yours away from Doreen.
I presume you mean Laurie?
You know exactly who I mean.
Why?
She just had a go at Doreen in my cell.
For what it's worth, she promised me she wouldn't.
Well, it didn't work. Look, what is it with you and this bird? You're more protective of her than a mother hen.
I just didn't think it'd go this far, that's all. Oh. Okay, Bea, I'll tell you what it's about, but I'd like you to promise it doesn't leave this room, huh? She's my daughter.
What?
Laurie is my daughter.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, we really have made a blue, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're sorry? We've been your judge and jury.
Yeah, well, I should have told you sooner, I know.
Oh, why didn't you? I mean, that's something you should be proud of.
Well, I'm not exactly. You see, a lot of my friends in here, like Lizzie and Doreen, they had their kids taken away from them for one reason or another. And you had your kid taken away from you. Well, I gave away mine. I gave up Laurie for adoption.
Well, what kind of lousy friends do you think we are? We're not that bad, Jude. We would have understood.
That's what Laurie said.
Well, there you go. She knows us better than you do.
I'd still like it kept quiet.
With respect, Jude, I disagree. I think it's going to cause trouble.
Why?
Well, when she had to go at Doreen, I told her to scram, but she wouldn't back down. Kid's got guts. I reckon we're going to have to watch those two like hawks.
Where is she now?
Which one?
Well, I know where Laurie is. Where's Doreen?
I don't know.
But if she pulls another silent number like she pulled on Margot...
Yeah, come on. Like I thought. The knife she took from Margot, it's gone.